Hi, how you doing, folks? This is an update to the update. I continued looking through the mugshots after shooting the last update and posting the Walgreens guy's mugshot to my Instagram. And I found one of a woman who was arrested for violating the state social separation ordinance. And charged with resisting without violence, because that or disorderly conduct is what they charge you with when you refuse a police officer's orders, even if his order is not lawful. And any order to comply with social distancing regulations is not lawful, because there's no ordinance or statute to back them up. They are edicts from executive branch. And until the legislative branch of the state or county or city government backs up the edicts from the county mayor, city mayor, and governor with a statute or an ordinance, you're not breaking the law if you violate that order, because there's no law to back it up. Anyway, I spoke to a police officer today who said he wouldn't be enforcing the city mayor's orders or the county mayor's orders, because he's licensed by the state. And when the state says you need uniform regulations through 4 counties, and they've passed uniform regulations through 4 counties, or at least the governor's ordered it, that the police had told me they will only be enforcing those uniform 4 county regulations. And in the meantime, here's this woman arrested for violating the emergency order with no law to back it up, and taken into custody and thrown into the jail, which is a incubator for coronavirus. Now, that's the only custody arrest I've heard of for that. Most of the people have been written civil citations and issued promise to appears, because the police don't want to have to touch them or get too close to them, because they're scared of getting it. She evidently talked back to the cop or refused to produce ID or something, so she got arrested for it and taken into custody. And I'm surprised the jail accepted her on such a petty charge, because they had made a public announcement that they were not be accepting any new bookings except for capital felonies. And in the meantime, she was booked into the jail on a petty charge like that. And the day before, I saw somebody booked into the jail on an open container of alcohol charge. Drinking in public. Not from Miami Beach, though. From one of the other municipalities. But so I don't know why the jail's accepting these people when they had said they wouldn't be. In the meantime, they're holding, from what I was told, 1,219 defendants pre-trial who've had their bond set on TV court at a bond hearing, and then are not being allowed to bond out because the jail is under quarantine. which is why they're not supposed to be accepting anybody new except for capital felonies. So you have some people charged with something as petty as trespassing or littering, for which they should have been issued promise to appear rather than made custody arrest in the first place, because these offenses don't carry jail time on conviction, and they're stuck in there without bond in this incubator for coronavirus. Well, their bond's been set, but they're not being allowed to bond out for 2 weeks. And then they're going to have to take a test to prove they're negative before that. Now, what if they're negative today? They should be allowed to bond out today, but they won't test them until they've been there 2 weeks. In that 2 weeks, they'll probably contract it. So they'll come up positive, and then they'll be quarantined in solitary confinement for another 2 weeks until they test negative. Some of them may die. This is ridiculous, folks. Anyway, the link to my Instagram is in the description, and you can check out her picture. Have a good one.